Hi Capricorn, I hope you're doing well. Getting ready to do your reading for, oh my goodness, for January 2021. Thank you for joining me. For those of you who are returning, welcome. For any new watchers or new viewers, welcome as well. Happy to have you. For this reading, we're going to be using, if you've seen any of my other videos, we're going to be using a slightly different, or a different deck. For the main portion of the reading, we're going to be using the Tarot Illuminati by Erik Dunne. I wanted to say that up front, so you're going to see different cards. I wanted to use the same deck for all 12 videos for January, but I decided to do something different with Libra, who I shot before you, whose video I shot before yours, I should say. And now I'm moving on to yours, so let me... hold on just a second. I need to get something from the other room. All right. I have a cat, so you may hear some meowing in the background during the video. Pay no mind to that. It's just my cat Sophie. She may join us for the reading. She usually doesn't in the evenings, but she may. So, let's see, what other housekeeping do I have for you? Oh, please remember that this is a general reading. There may be messages for you in the reading that resonate with you. There may not be. If there aren't any messages that resonate, it may just be because this reading wasn't necessarily meant for you. There are other readings that may resonate later on down the road, or some of the other readings that I've done may resonate better or have messages that resonate for you. So just so you know that. Aside from that, and aside from the other deck that we're using tonight, let me show you the other decks that we'll be using. And I'll have information about this listed in the description box. We'll be using the Golden Art Nouveau Tarot by Giulia F. Massaglia to clarify. For the oracles, we'll be using Wisdom of the Hidden Realms by Colette Baron-Reid. And we'll be using the Romance Angels Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue. We'll also perhaps be using the Hidden Truth Oracle by All Things Intuitive. The Untold Truths of the Heart Oracle by Aquamoonlight. The Illumination Oracles by Lightworker, Tarot and Oracle, excuse me. And lastly, we have Alice's Romance Oracle cards. Oh, these are the boxes for them. 1 and 2. There are 2 decks, and I'm going to put them together and use them together. So there's one huge deck. We may not be using all of those. We'll at least be using the tarot decks and the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms and the Romance Angels at the end for your advice. So having said that, let's get started. I pre-shuffled the cards, but we'll shuffle some more for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter in 7th house. Let me mute my computer. Sorry about that. This is for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter in 7th house. What messages do you have for Capricorn for love, spirit? What messages do you have for Capricorn for love? This is also for those who are for anyone who is intuitively guided to come watch this video. If you felt the urge to click on the title, then you were supposed to be here. There's probably something that you need to hear. If you're in love with a Capricorn, more than welcome to watch this video. Or if you have any other dealings with a Capricorn, you're more than welcome to watch this video as well. All are welcome. Spirit, what messages do you have for Capricorn for love? Spirit, what messages do you have for Capricorn for love? We're going to take 5 cards. Tower reversed. Spirit, what messages do you have for Capricorn for love? The King of Wands. The Five of Wands. So there could be some avoiding a conflict with someone, thinking about how best to avoid a conflict with someone or a conflict with others. May be more than one person. Five of Wands is also about internal conflict, feeling conflicted within ourselves about a situation. But I feel for most of you, there's like some sort of, or a larger number of you, there's some sort of blow up or disagreement that you're trying to avoid. You're trying to avoid the Five of Wands. Two more cards, please. What messages do you have for Capricorn for love? What messages do you have for Capricorn for love? The Seven of Pentacles. Sorry, you can't see that. And the King of Swords. On the bottom of the deck is the Wheel of Fortune. Capricorn, you or another person, you may be trying to figure out a way to not get into some sort of argument, some sort of issue with a King of Swords. Aries, Libra, Gemini, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius for the King of Swords. The King of Wands is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. For some reason, I always get those, when I'm actually reading, I get all the signs flipped around. I don't know why. You may be considering how not to get into an argument or a fight with this King of Swords. There's something that there's a possibility of getting into some sort of disagreement with the King of Swords, or the King of Swords is thinking of, or the other person is thinking this about you. They're trying to figure out how not to get into a situation where there's arguing with you. Because if you got into this situation, there's for sure disaster on its way. That would turn this Tower card upside down. There'd be for sure disaster on its way if you were to get into this argument, this disagreement with this King of Swords. I feel, Capricorn, that you are the King of Wands in this scenario. The King of Swords seems like he's ready to fight. He may be looking for an argument, and you're like, I don't really want to get into this. I don't really want to do this. This isn't my thing. You know, why can't we all just get along? That kind of thing. And with the Seven of Pentacles, you're thinking really hard about how you can go about not getting into a fight. Not getting into a fight. Not getting into an argument. This King of Swords might be a bit of a loose cannon. He may be somebody who shoots off at the mouth, kind of like the Knight of Swords, and doesn't think before he speaks. He may be unpredictable that way. I'm not getting what type of situation this is, if it's love, if it's family, if it's work. It could be any of those. But you're considering you're taking a lot of time to consider how this is going to work out, because you know in the past how things have worked out with this individual. You know that they're a loose cannon. You know that they shoot off at the mouth. they may not be willing to hear reason. They may be very stubborn. Or you could be very stubborn. Either way. But I feel like you're the King of Wands and the King of Swords is this other person. Sorry, that's the cat. Okay, let's start clarifying, because that's really all I'm getting at the moment. That you're trying to avoid an argument, trying to avoid a situation, trying to handle things in a balanced way. We don't have any cards of balance here yet. We could when we start clarifying. But there's something you need to speak to this King of Swords about, and you're trying to handle things. There's the cat in a balanced way. No, you can't lay right there. Hi. Hi, hi, hi. Okay, enough of the tail and the camera. Thank you. Sophie, come on. Here you go. Sophie likes to be in the videos with me. And I don't know what she's sniffing. I don't know what she's doing. But she likes to be in the videos with me. And there's something about cats and tarot cards, I think. I don't know. Because I've heard other people say the same thing, that their cats like to invade when they're doing a reading. Anyways, let's start clarifying. I think we're going to clarify all 5 cards. Let's start with the... Sorry, Sophie. Let's start with the Tower reversed. No. Let's start with the Tower reversed. Spirit, please clarify the Tower reversed. She's knocking things over. Where did it go, Sophie? Spirit, please clarify the Tower reversed. What is the Tower reversed? The Ten of Swords. I feel like the Ten of Swords is what you're trying to avoid specifically. That is the ending of a situation, a very painful ending to a situation that you're trying to avoid. Where somebody gets cut down completely, either you or the King of Swords. Technically, really, I feel like the King of Swords is the person who is doing this. You may be trying to protect a third party who is not showing up in this reading, or who's not showing up in this main part of the spread yet, who could be the victim, could end up being the victim of the King of Swords. Okay. Please clarify the Tower reversed. Please clarify the Tower reversed. The Knight of Swords. Okay, this is the energy I was talking about earlier with the King of Swords. The brash, shooting your mouth off, ready for a fight. It may be unavoidable. You may be trying to avoid it, but it may be unavoidable for whatever reason. And I feel like it's another person that you're trying to protect from this energy. It could be this fellow who is face down in the Ten of Swords. We'll see if they actually, we'll see if they actually come up in the reading. Oh, there we go. Page of Cups. This is a very gentle energy. This is not somebody who can deal very well, in my experience, with harsh energy like the King of Swords. They're all about love and creativity, and they don't have a bad thing to say about anybody. It could be a child. Could be a child whose feelings you don't want this King of Swords to hurt. And by the way, we have two kings here, male energy. These kings could easily be females. One of them could easily be female, one of them male in your everyday life. Sophie, stop that, please. We're focused on the energy here, okay? We're not focused on the gender, so pay no attention to the gender. The King of Swords or the King of Wands could very easily represent a female or a male. And if we had queens, same thing, could easily represent a male or a female, okay? Pages, people usually sometimes refer to these as girls. They could easily be boys. Knights could easily be girls, okay? We're looking more at energy, maybe at ages. Like I said, this could be a child that you're trying to protect. This could have something to do with the divorce proceedings. You're trying to find the best way possible to protect this child from getting hurt, getting so damaged to the point where later on they can't function as an adult. And how do you best do this? For some of you, you may work in the legal system, and this is something that you do all the time. You're trying to act and make judgments that are in the best, best interests of the child, okay? And sometimes that involves meeting with parties who are not necessarily interested in the best interests of a child. They're interested in their own interests. But you try to do a lot to mitigate any harm that's coming. You could be working on a case right now, if that's the case, where that's the situation. But I feel that for very few of you. For more individuals, I feel like this might be some sort of divorce situation, mother and father, or two fathers or two mothers. And one of you is trying to make the best decision on how to move forward with this child and raise this child and not cause any sort of argument, some sort of family tension with this King of Swords. He seems like the outlier. The child may be with you. This King of Swords may be the outlier. He may be somebody who wants visitation or doesn't want visitation, or you don't want him to have visitation with the child for whatever reason. I almost feel an energy of trying to placate this guy, placate this King of Swords. Whatever you do to placate the King of Swords, do not put the child in the mix. And I don't feel that you will, but I'm being guided to say that. Be careful that you don't put the child in the mix. Don't do something. If he's going to get mad, he's going to get mad, okay? And I know you're trying to cause the least amount of damage to the child, but ask the child if he or she wants to be involved at all with this King of Swords. I think that's important to ask. Because ultimately the child could end up suffering if a decision is made that, and I know that things can't work this way all the time, but if it's at all possible to ask the child, maybe the child is of an age where he or she can weigh in on the matter and say, hey, I don't want to be bothered with this person because of X, Y, and Z, because of the way they treat me. You know, I think any reasonable judge will take that in consideration. At least I hope so. So, okay, that's difficult. That's really hard. Difficult energy. I'm really sorry for anybody who's going through that type of situation right now. Okay, let's move on to the King of Wands. Please clarify the King of Wands. Please clarify the King of Wands. That child might be older than they are coming up in the cards. The pages tend to be, if they're people, they tend to be young children. That child may be, I'm seeing the image though of a younger or an older child, like an adult child even. That adult child may be deciding that they don't want that this King of Swords or whatever in their life for whatever reason. Okay. And if that's the case, please respect that child's wish. I think that's what the cards are saying. Please try to engage with the other party in a way that is respectful to the other party, but please also honor that child's wish. For those of you, for the children, if the children are under 18, I know that's a little bit harder to do. Please clarify the King of Wands. Please clarify the King of Wands. Please clarify the King of Wands. Okay, we've got too many cards coming out. That was 4. Please clarify the King of Wands. The Sun could be a Leo that we're dealing with. You could have Leo in your chart, or another person could have Leo in their chart. Please clarify the King of Wands. Please clarify the King of Wands. The Emperor. Emperor is a card of Aries, so lots of fire energy here. Judgment. Okay. For some of you, this King of Wands is the judge, or is a judge. And I almost said they're passing down a sentence. It's not a sentence, but they may be making some sort of judgment soon regarding a child. You may be a family of 3. We have the 3 of Cups. You may have been a family of 3 and something ended, something came to a close, or something is coming to a close. A divorce may be occurring now, in the chapter of happiness in your life, or what you thought was going to be happiness in your life, is coming to a close because of some sort of underhanded behavior, some sort of, or if not underhanded, some sort of mean-spirited behavior that was occurring. And with the Death card on the bottom of the deck as well, what this is telling me is that you're walking into a new future, and the old this is something you're not going to be able to regain, unfortunately, I'm sorry to say. You're not going to be able to regain a Three of Cups. This is celebration with friends. This is friendliness. This is joy. You're not going to be able to regain that in this situation with this person, I'm sorry to say. I feel that there are hard feelings that this person has, or that this person in the King of Swords has towards you, or vice versa, or both. But I feel like the King of Wands is the judge. He's the emperor. He has control over control of how these things, how this situation turns out. And he's going to be the one who makes the final call about this. He sees the situation clearly. If you're worried about this judge, male or female, by the way, I'm saying he because there's a lot of masculine energy here. If you're worried about this judge not seeing things your way, which may be the way that's best for the child, I think he understands that. I think he understands how, what exactly is happening, or what exactly has happened. I feel like he wants to do what he can to help maintain this child's spirit, the spirit of joy that the child has, or that children should have. Happiness that this child has. He wants the child to be happy. He wants the children who are in these situations that come before him to be happy. And for some, that may mean being separated from a parent. And I feel that this parent does not treat the child well. So it's almost like there's no way that you as the plaintiff can't win, if you will. But judgment is going to be coming down, I feel, for somebody in a situation like this very soon. Very soon. Let's see what else we have for the King of Wands. What other energy do we have for the King of Wands? Please clarify. The Six of Cups. He's very concerned, I feel, about the child. Too many cards. One more card, please, to clarify the King of Wands. The mother and child. The decision may come down in favor of the mother and child. Okay, on the bottom of the deck. And the mother may be you, Capricorn. We have the Queen of Pentacles, which is Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. We have a card of victory on the bottom of the deck, the Six of Wands. Shows a fellow riding into town from battle on the back of the horse, victorious. Everybody's cheering him on. So I feel that this judge is a reasonable judge. Reasonable person. I feel that you may come out of this situation victorious, with things working out in your favor. That's how I should say it. Things working out in your favor. Okay. Let's move on to the Five of Wands. Please clarify the Five of Wands spirit for Capricorn. For love. Please clarify the Five of Wands. Please clarify the Five of Wands. Please clarify the Five of Wands for Capricorn for love. Queen of Wands. She came in the reverse. Please clarify the Five of Wands. Justice. One more card, please, to clarify the Five of Wands. Seven of Swords. I feel this is a different situation, a different scenario for a different group of you. With the Five of Wands. I feel like the Queen of Wands is reversed as somebody who has, when she's upright, she can be somebody who's very, very busy. Very, very busy. Has a lot of irons in the fire, has a lot going on. The best way I can describe her is she's a mom who works, who goes to the PTA meetings, who goes to her junior league meetings, who has dinner on the table at a reasonable hour, who works full-time, who's on some sort of committee at the church. She does everything. She does everything. When she's reversed, I feel like in this case, she has too much on her plate. She has too much on her plate and she doesn't want to give any of it up. Normally, I would feel this type of energy with the Ten of Wands, but I'm feeling it with the Seven of Swords. She may be trying to hide from her family. I just heard that she's ill. She may be trying to hide that the things that she's carrying, the things that she's doing are too much for her to handle right now. Too stressful for her to handle right now. And instead of speaking up about it, she'd like to speak up about it, but she's having this internal conflict with the Five of Wands about whether or not to actually do so, because she doesn't want to let anybody down. She wants to do what is best for the family, but she needs to do what's best for everyone, including herself. So if she's doing what's best for everyone, or she needs to do what's best for everyone, including herself, there may be something that she needs to let go. So for those of you that this resonates, if you find yourself kind of at your wit's end with all of the activities that you have going on, you may need to drop something and let something go. If any of you are sick, that's especially important. I heard that some of you might be sick. You know, and it might just be a cold. It might not be anything more than that. But whatever it is, it's a wake-up call to tell you that you need to drop some of what you're carrying. This guy is carrying 5 swords, and he's left 2 behind. And it's like he's escaping from some sort of military, not a military camp where he's in prison, but where the military is resting before they go back into battle. Okay, and he's escaping with swords. He's stolen some swords, he's escaping with them, but he couldn't carry all of them. He could only carry 5, so he left 2 behind. And he's being sneaky about it. So there may be something that you do on a regular basis in the course of your life that you need, or maybe 2 things that you need to do in the course of your life on a regular basis, in the course of your day, that you need to drop. They may involve other people, and you don't want to let them down, but you also don't want to burn yourself out. We don't, like I said, we don't have the Ten of Wands out here, but the Ten of Wands in some decks shows burnout. It literally shows, there's one deck that I have where it literally shows a guy walking along with 10 wands on his back, and they're all burnt out. They're like matches that you've just blown out. They have smoke coming up from the tips. And he's tired. He is so tired. He's burnt out. Burnout is an actual disease, by the way. I believe the World Health Organization identified it as such. So it could be that that's the illness that I heard. You're ill from burnout. And if you're burnt out, that can leave you susceptible to all sorts of other illnesses too, colds and whatnot. So the best balanced thing to do may be to drop a couple of things that you're doing. Weigh which ones you are most able to let go of, the ones that aren't going to cause too much of a ruckus perhaps for you or for others, too much disruption, and let those go and move on with the other ones. You'll feel better. I think you'll feel better after you do that, for those who resonate with that. Okay. Moving on to the Seven of Pentacles. Please clarify the Seven of Pentacles, Capricorn. For love. Please clarify the Seven of Pentacles for Capricorn, for love. Please clarify the Seven of Pentacles for Capricorn, for love. You have the Death card, card of Scorpio. We have the Six of Swords. We have the Page of Swords. Those two came out together. I'm going to take one more card since those two cards came out together. Straighten these. Okay. One more card, please, to clarify the Seven of Pentacles for Capricorn. The King of Pentacles. Two of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Two of Cups can be about friendship. It can be about a business relationship. It can be, of course, about love and romance. King of Pentacles is the card of Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Page of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. Okay. I feel that somebody is looking back on the past. I feel that somebody is looking back on the past. I feel that this is another situation of potentially divorce for somebody. This King of Pentacles may have been married to a Scorpio. This Page of Swords, I feel, is his own energy, having tried to defend himself against a change with the Death card and the moving away of his family that he didn't want. It may have happened. This is a very specific message, so this is not going to resonate for everybody at all. This is very specific. We're entering Capricorn season, so this change may have happened at some time in the past during Capricorn season, during Christmas or thereabouts, anytime between now and about mid-January or so. And with the Seven of Pentacles, I feel like he's looking back on what contributed to this situation. This may have happened a very long time ago. If for some people it may have been more recent. I'm not getting specifically when, but he may be thinking back on what happened with this situation. I feel that he feels, with these cards on the bottom of the deck, we have the Two of Cups, the Four of Swords, and the Ten of Cups. I feel like he feels that whatever ended in this marriage, in this family, in the relationship is just on hiatus. I feel that he thinks it's just on hiatus. This could be you, this could be somebody else, this could be somebody you know. Let's clarify with the Illumination Oracle. Please clarify the Seven of Pentacles. What can you tell us about this King of Pentacles? I feel that this King of Pentacles feels that he put a lot of effort into this situation. And the other party in the situation may disagree. But I feel a delusional energy with this King of Pentacles. I don't know that he put as much energy into it as he thinks he did. That's just what I feel. Please clarify the Seven of Pentacles. Please clarify the Seven of Pentacles. 3 cards, please. We have moving. So somebody moved at some point. This could have been in the past, like the distant past. So this could be in the more recent past. Love. Storm brewing. I feel toxic energy. Walking away. On the bottom of the deck, walking away. Like I said, I feel toxic energy. With love and storm brewing, I don't feel that this is love, like true romantic love. Like there's something else going on. I feel toxicity with storm brewing. If this is you, or if this is your situation, I should say, and you're the person who moved on, who left, who walked away, I'm feeling this person is going to reach out to you at some point and again confess their love, perhaps. If you don't respond the way they want you to, you know, there's something percolating already with this person. My eye keeps being drawn to this King of Swords. This divorce situation that we were talking about over here, this may have happened in the past. This may be the same situation we're talking about, but the actual divorce may have happened in the past over here. And this King of Pentacles and this King of Swords could be the same individual. somebody who doesn't have their head on straight. They're a loose cannon. You can't, they're unpredictable. They're predictable in that they're unpredictable. You can predict that they're always going to be unpredictable. They're always going to say something that's kind of out there that you don't expect. I meant to say earlier with the divorce situation over here, the child could be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. I usually see the Page of Cups as a Pisces. Could be a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, though. I'm sorry, I should have said that earlier. I always forget to give the sign, because I know people like to know the signs of these individuals. But as I was saying, there's something percolating. This King of Pentacles could have spied, or could, I don't think they're currently spying on you or spying on your child or anything, but they could have at one point. You know, there's an unpredictability with this person's energy. And there's something percolating. And this may come up around Christmas. There may be a call or something at Christmas, or a message or something at Christmas from this person. This person may be thinking about to them how much they love you. I don't know that they really do. I think they think they love you. Let's go with Untold Truths of the Heart Oracle. Spirit, what's going on with this King of Pentacles? If I said Knight of Pentacles earlier, I'm sorry, I meant King of Pentacles. What's going on with this King of Pentacles? Okay, last time. Spirit, what's going on with this King of Pentacles? Can you give us any emotional whirlwind? This person is emotionally unstable. That's what I was picking up with Storm Brewing. This person is emotionally unstable. Okay. They may have some mental health issues. There could be narcissism. But there could be for sure mental health issues at play with this person. Okay. So emotional whirlwind. They could come in with whatever love message this is for you in a very dramatic way. I don't know why I needed to sigh like that, but some of you may feel it's heavy. It's kind of heavy and dramatic. Beauty. They may tell you that you're beautiful, that they love you, that they miss you. That type of dramatic. That's what I mean by dramatic. It's affected. It's like something out of a book or a movie. And I don't feel like you're having it. Okay, what's going on with this King of Pentacles? What's going on with this King of Pentacles, please? I feel like you're doing your own thing. You are not thinking about this person. You're thinking about yourself and your child, and that's it. Spiritual connection. There is some sort of spiritual connection, soulmate connection with this person. Can you give me more information about the spiritual connection, please? Illusions and pride. I feel like after all this time, this person hasn't given up on you. They're clinging. Where clinging was on the bottom of the deck. They are clinging on to this. It is a spiritual connection, but I don't know that it's necessarily one that you want. I feel like this other person wants it very bad. Excuse me, very badly. They're clinging on to it. They're clinging to it, rather. It's clinging says holding on, obsessing, watching. So I do think they're watching, or they've been watching, been paying attention to you at some point. They've been watching or stalking. They're definitely obsessive, which is why I said that this isn't love, with love and storm brewing. There was something toxic about it. There's an obsession. Obsession is not love. Obsession is obsession. It's when you love someone, you want what's best for that person. In this case, I don't feel that he or she is concerned about what is best. I'm feeling masculine energy, really, but he or she, I don't feel is concerned about what's best for you or for the child. The child doesn't seem to be playing a role in this at all. For some of you, for most of you, I feel, who resonate with this. There's a lot of selfish kind of me type of energy with this. I don't feel, and there should be concern about the child. There should be concern about how the child's doing and whatnot. But I feel like this call, this message, it's mostly directed at you, and this person hasn't given up on you. They're clinging. I don't know. Let's see. Do you even want this person, this energy? Are you interested in this person or this energy? Elusive. Apology. I don't feel you want this person. Not necessarily. What you want is an apology. Or you want something to be rectified in this situation. With the elusive card, it's like that apology has been elusive. That apology has been missing for a while. And it may not be an apology to you. It may be an apology to the child that's necessary, that's been missing all this time. This person is in a fog, this heart fog. It says mixed signals, blocked emotions, clutter. This person is in a fog, and more importantly, what I'm getting with this card is this person causes major disruption to your life when they start acting like this. And they may have done this more than once. When they start acting like this, they are majorly disruptive to your life, to the child's life, to the rest of your family, your friends, whomever is around you. Major disruption. I got the loyalty card reversed, and the loyalty card kind of told me that no, this is not a situation that you're loyal to. This is not a situation that you're attached to, that you want to be attached to. This is something that they're attached to. Clinging, as we said. Let's pull a couple cards from the Hidden Truth Oracle. I'm going to pick these up and put these away. Or put them over to the side, I should say. What truth, or what does the King of Pentacles want to say to Capricorn? What does the King of Pentacles want to say to Capricorn? I'll take two cards. What does the King of Pentacles want to say to Capricorn? What does the King of Pentacles want to say to Capricorn? 2 cards, please. I wish I could take back my words. Okay. There's something that they know they said was wrong. I don't know if they're actually going to say this to you. I think they would like to say this to you. I think they know this, that something that they said was wrong. I'm not sure if they're going to admit this to you. We'll see. What does the King of Pentacles want to say to Capricorn? What does the King of Pentacles want to say to Capricorn? Oh. I can't stop thinking about you, and I will wait for a sign for you. They're holding out hope with these 2 cards. They're holding out hope for you that something will happen, that you will accept them back. Maybe they think if they apologize for whatever it is that they said, this could have been something they said recently, this could have been something they said quite a few years ago that they remember, or that you bring up, that somebody brings up. They are holding out hope that you'll take them back. They're holding out hope that you'll take them back. To the point where they're waiting for, I feel like anything that you do that's kind or good or generous towards them, they take as a sign or an expression of love. They take as a sign or expression of love that you want this situation with them, that you want to be involved with them. If you don't want to be involved with them, then there needs to be a way. I don't want to say need, I'm sorry, let me take that back. It would be helpful for you, I think, to think about a way to break ties with this person. Or to limit the, if you share a child with this person and you really just can't get away from them, you know, because there's visitation or whatever, then there has to be a way to limit, I think, contact with them. If this is something you don't want, if this is a person you don't want in your life, maybe you want them in your life, and if you do, that's a different situation entirely. But for the people I'm picking up, I'm feeling that you don't necessarily want this person around, or you don't want to you don't want to have the type of relationship with this person that they want to have with you. Let's put it like that. Okay. Let's move on and clarify the King of Swords. What is the King of Swords, please? Please clarify the King of Swords for Capricorn. For love. Please clarify the King of Swords for Capricorn. For love. Please clarify the King of Swords for Capricorn for love. We have Temperance, but this did come out in the reverse, so we're going to take it in the reverse. Please clarify the King of Swords for Capricorn for love. This is the Emperor again. Please clarify the King of Swords for Capricorn for love. The Eight of Swords in reverse. One more card. Please clarify the King of Swords for Capricorn for love. Page of Pentacles. I just heard childish. Queen of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. Page of Pentacles is Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Temperance is the card of Sagittarius. Card of Aries for the Emperor. Air signs for the Eight of Swords reversed. So we're talking about Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I think this relates back to this first message I got about a divorce proceeding and this fellow who, with the King of Swords, who is kind of, who shoots his mouth off. I feel in this case that the Emperor here is the King of Swords. So this could be the father. And the father, this individual may have some sort of, or had some sort of issue with substances, with temperance reversed. Drugs, alcohol. Could have been gambling as well. But I think it's a substance, not necessarily an activity like gambling is. I feel it's a substance that they could have had issues with. What I'm also feeling with temperance reverse is that they're intemperate with their words. You know, again, shooting their mouth off. I feel like they're not able, with temperance and the Emperor, they're not able to control, they should be able to control their words, control what they say, but I don't think they're able to. There's a lack of self-control, I think, that they experience. Eight of Swords reversed is about, when it's in the upright, it's about blocking yourself off from a situation, thinking you're trapped by a situation or a circumstance. Maybe not speaking your mind, not speaking your truth, not seeing what's in front of you. There's a similarity with the Two of Swords, but the Two of Swords is more about a decision that you're stuck in between. With the Eight of Swords reversed, or in the Eight of Swords upright, the illusion is that you're stuck. When it's reversed, you realize that you're not really stuck. You can come out of the situation. If you feel like you're stuck, if you haven't gotten to the point where you're ready to divorce a person, or separate, if not divorce, separate yourself from a person who's like this King of Swords, who shoots his mouth off, who says all sorts of things, who treats you or treats your child or both any kind of way, you are able, or you may be coming to a realization where you find you are able to separate yourself from this individual. You're able to have a brand new beginning in your life with the Page of Pentacles, a solid beginning in your life. You may have to learn how to, it'll take some adjustment to get used to not having this person around you in the King of Swords. It'll take some adjusting. The Page of Pentacles is the student card to me of the tarot, for me as a reader. Always learning, always willing to learn, always ready to learn something. It'll take some learning and some growing pains, I feel. I just heard that it'll take some, hold on. It's about self-worth and self-respect. It'll take some time to rebuild or to build your your sense of self, not really self-worth or self-respect, pardon me, I misspoke, but your sense of self, to regain your sense of self. The first step is, though, I feel separating. I feel the card is saying the first step is separating yourself from this individual and starting on a journey with the Page of Pentacles. This may be for another group of you who do not have children, I'm feeling. I feel that this person is, this King of Swords, is controlling or has tried to exert some sort of control over you in the past. And what the cards are encouraging you to do is to take back that control and free yourself from this individual, because you're not bound to him or bound by him. You may feel that you are, but you're not. And the feeling may be very strong, or may have been very strong, but you're not. You may have given up some dreams, some passions, some wishes because of this King of Swords. You may have given up on some things because of the King of Swords. You may have given up on an education. You may have dropped out of school. Or you may have not considered going to school for something or other because of this person. Either because of what they said, what they think, because you just didn't have enough money, because you just didn't have enough time. I feel that you may have the opportunity to do whatever it is that you've dreamt of doing, whatever it is that you've wanted to do when you let this person go, or after a while, you know, not immediately, but down the road. You may have the opportunity to chase your dream then. Okay, let's move on to your oracle advice. Like I said, we're going to pull one card from the Hidden Wisdom, or the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms. Spirit, what oracle messages, supportive oracle messages do you have for Capricorn? Keeper of the Scales. Fairness, balance. Again, if you're in a legal situation with someone, I feel like that will be working out in your favor, working out in your child's favor. I do not feel it'll be working out in the defendant's favor. And I feel this, I'm not a lawyer and I'm not an attorney, so please, you know, I'm not trying to give legal advice. But if you're in some sort of court battle, family court battle, family law, dealing with divorce, I feel like this situation may work out in your favor. Okay? It will work out in the best way for all parties involved, but it may work out more so in your favor than for the other individual. Spirit, what oracle message do you have for Capricorn? What supportive oracle message do you have for Capricorn? Love. What advice do you have? I heard try to remain positive about this legal situation. Your positive energy will help fuel the situation in a positive direction. So in a direction where, so try to take the high road. Don't engage in any backbiting or bad mouthing of this other individual. If they want to do that, go ahead and let them. With the King of Swords, if they want to act a fool in court and run their mouth and say things that are only gonna hurt them and hurt their case in the long run, that's their business. But don't do that yourself. What advice do you have for Capricorn for love? You deserve love. You are lovable. For that last group I was talking to with the King of Swords, I feel like this message is for you. You may feel as if, you know, this relationship that you may be considering leaving may be one in a series that hasn't worked out, and you may feel as if you're just never going to find anybody. You're just never going to find the right person who treats you right, who, you know, you're just not lovable. You are lovable. This card is confirming that you're lovable, excuse me. And you deserve somebody who loves you. If you've had some people in your lives who didn't love you, didn't really love you, those were not the people you're supposed to have. Those are not the relationships you were supposed to be in. On the bottom of the deck is calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. So if you want to bring in somebody who really loves you, who's really connected to you, who's really on the same page with you, pray. Make sure you're praying. Make sure you're meditating. If it helps to make a list of qualities that you want in an individual who you want to have a relationship with, do that. But you deserve the love that you seek. And I feel like it's coming for you with that arrow. I always see that arrow as somebody shooting an arrow of love at you or at whomever. And that says it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. All right, Capricorn. That is all that I have for you. This was an interesting reading. Thank you for allowing me to read for you. Thank you for spending some time with me. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, comment. Like, share, subscribe, comment. I believe, but only if you'd like to. I believe that's all. If you're interested in a personal reading, you can contact me by emailing me at Queen of Wands Tarot 8@gmail.com. My email address is listed below in the description box, or you can order a reading with me on my Etsy page. There's a list of prices in the description box of the services that I offer. So you're more than welcome to email me or go to the Etsy page to book a reading. And of course, if you didn't like the reading, you can always give it a thumbs down. go ahead and do that. It won't hurt my feelings, I swear. And that's all I have for you. Thank you so much for watching. It's been a pleasure, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.